Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to use the terminal in Linux. So to start the terminal, simply just click on the icon and you see that the Windows is popping up, and then you can also use a shortcut Ctrl-Alt-T. You can do it again, and you can open many terminal windows called also shell. Into the shell, so let's close it like this. Yes, so into the shell you can see that we have here the name Colossus, which is the name of the user, which is working on the device called Polygon. Also it's the PC, so also called host name. And here you have a symbol which is special, is a tilde symbol, meaning that we are in the home directory of the user with the symbol $. The prompt is where we are writing, so this white square, and the architecture is like a tree. So let's see where we are. PWD, we see that the highest point of the architecture is the root. Then here there is home folder. Inside the home folder we have Colossus, so we are actually in the Colossus folder. So what is in the Colossus folder? You write ls to list what is inside. You can see that there is many files and with different code color. You can distinguish folders from files. The folders are in blue. So for example, here we have the folder desktop, you have the folder downloads, and also one folder called music, compared to this file which are in white and with the extension out on desktop. So let's go, for example, in one folder called downloads. So to change directory you have to make cd download. So here it's from where we are in Colossus, so we are using the relative path. So we go down to change directory, go to download. If you make a mistake, for example, be careful, capital letters are important and this will not work, so you have to write properly the name. Change directory, cd download with capital D, and then press enter. And now we are in download. Let's see, pwd home. So here we are in home, Colossus, downloads. Perfect. So let's see what is inside. ls, you see that there is another color which show a compressed file, and here we have a file which is white but without extension. So if you make the mistake that you think that this is a folder, or if you don't write properly, in this case I will not write properly, but it will also not work if you want to change directory into the file, which is exists but is just a file, so it will not work. So let's make like whatever, and then you see it's not working. So you really want to change directory in directory and not into the file. So be careful, even if there is no extension, it's not mean that it's a file, just follow the code color. Okay, so now let's see, for example, what is in the root. So to go into the root, so now we are using absolute path, so we start from the root, so slash is the root, and then we can go down. So let's see what is inside. We use ls root, so slash, enter, and you can see what is, there is many folders, so there is also a bin folder, there is also image with different color, so it's turquoise color, and you can see that we didn't move from where we are in download file, but we were able to see what's happening somewhere else. So pwd, you see we're still in download, but we can see all these files. Okay, so this is interesting. These two commands are very important, ls and change directory. ls is to see what's happening somewhere, and change directory is to move yourself to another folder. So let's move to the root, change directory to root. So see what is in where we are, just in the folder where you are, and you see that there is all this folder that we saw before, and you see that we are now in the root. So if, for example, now we would like to go back to where we are before, so we can use the absolute path. In this case, you can use also the relative path. So if you write home Colossus downloads, then you use the relative path. But if you use slash root home and then you go to download by home Colossus downloads, then you use the absolute path, and you can go directly to your downloads folder. So now we are moving to downloads folder if you press enter. So we see how to change directory to go down, for example, but how you can go up. For example, we are in download, we're going back to Colossus, you have to make cd double dot space double dot. Don't forget the space, enter, and now we should be in Colossus. And if you, as you can see, if you go again, then now we are in home, and you can also jump by 2 stage, doing double dot slash double dot. So now we jump by 2 times, and we are now in root. Okay. So now, if we would like, for example, to come back to your home directory, you can use the in this case, we can use, for example, the relative or absolute path, but there is also the third possibility. In this case, particular case, is to use the dilt, and you see cd dilt, and then you see that we are now in our home directory, the home directory of the user Colossus. So yeah, maybe there is too many. I wish maybe I was too fast. Let's clean it. So you can write clear. You clear the terminal because there is too many things written, as I mentioned before. So change directory, dilt. Then you, as a user Colossus, you change to your home directory, which is Colossus inside home, as you can see here. I repeat because it's very important now. If your example are administrator, you have some right into the computer, so you have to change the statute. You have to write sudo su, and then you have to write your password. And now you are sudo su. You see, you are not anymore Colossus. You are root. You have all the right into the computer. You are not simple user. You have this dash. So now, if I change directory using dilt, and then I look where I am, I'm still not in home Colossus because I'm not Colossus, I'm not a simple user, I'm a root. So I am in the folder, home folder of the root, which is a root folder. You can exit to root by just tapping exit. So now we are a normal user Colossus. So every program, for example, in Windows are in one folder called program file, but in Linux, all the programs are in different folders. To see where they are, you just have to write echo with the variable path. You need to write this $, to call a variable. And you can see that there is different absolute paths to go to tell to the computer when you write in the terminal where he has to find the program. And if you have sbin, usually is for administrator, bin is for simple user Colossus, which all update has to do by the user, and the update by the administrator should be also done for the sbin folder. And there is also bin folder, sbin folder for the operating system, okay, which is mandatory. To call a program, you just have to write program name, and then you can have some option. Don't forget to make space because the shell will see name of the program, then after he will see an option and will see an argument. So you have 3 stuff into the command: program, option, argument. So what we can do now is to make, I think it's better to see an example. For example, now I'm going to show you one program which called mkdir, and this program is able to allow you to make some folder, into your tree organization. So you write mkdir, and then, for example, I don't know too much about this program, I can use the argument help. So double dash help, enter, and then you can see that they will help you to use this program. For example, here you can see the option is in this bracket, meaning that the options are not mandatory, it's optional. There is many arguments. So the argument could be, for example, you have a simple letter with a dash. Here, for example, you have P. You can also write parents. It's the same, but full name it's double dash, one letter it's one dash, so you can also write M, V, Z, and you see what is doing if you write this. So here we wrote help to see some information about mkdir. You can also get information using a program which is called man for manual. So if you need any information of any program, you just have to write man and the program that you want to have information. So here we write man mkdir. So I want to know information about the mkdir program, and you can see there is many information, the author, again, it's more detailed than just the simple help. So if you really want to have the maximum information man, you can also get information from man to man. So you can have information, what is man? Please tell me. So you see it's a system manual page. Okay. What else? You can also use the command where is. So where is will tell you where is the program, but also which manual they are present. So here is the name of the program, is also in this absolute path. You have also man in this different absolute path, and you see that you have page 7 of the man, and here you have also page 1 of the man. So you can call specifically page. For example, if you want man 1 page man, then you have the page 1 of the manual. As you can see here, to kit you just press Q. You can now change by 1 by 7. I want to know what is the page 7 of manual. Press enter and you can see this is a specific manual page 7 for macros. It's just for developer if they want to write themselves manual man manual. Okay, so now we are going to use the program mkdir. So for example, where we are in home Colossus, and there is all this file, and now I would like to make a folder inside by mkdir folder 1, for example, enter. So if I'm doing ls again, you can see that now we have folder 1 which is created. So again, we still be in Colossus, so we write mkdir, now folder 1 slash folder 1, so from where we are, so relative path, okay, from where we are we go to folder 1, and we ask to create a folder 2. So let's see, ls folder 1, so let's see what is the folder 1, and you can see that we have folder 2. So this is working. But for example, if you want to create folder into another folder, it starts to be complicated. So we are here in Colossus, so now we make mkdir folder 1, folder 2, folder 3, folder 4, but the folder 3 is not existing, and it cannot create folder 4. So what you have to do is to write an option, and this option will successively create folders. For example, they will before to create the folder 4, it will create folder 3. So as you can see, to call back a previous command line, just have to press the arrow key on the keyboard, and now I would like to modify the command line, so I just press Ctrl A to go at the beginning and remove mkdir. So let's remove mkdir, put ls, and to go at the end of the command line, you just have to make Ctrl E. So Ctrl E and remove folder 4 to see what is in folder 3. Enter, and you can see that everything works. We were able to create folder 4 inside the folder 3. So now I would like to show you how to remove files and folder. So let's see where we are, pwd. So we are in Colossus, and then ls, what is inside. You can see that we have folder 1 that I would like to remove. And for example, to start, let's remove one file, which is, for example, notup.out. So we write rm, it's a program without any option here, and we write notup.out. So I would like to remove. And we can see that we were able to remove notup.out. Now let's remove the folder rm folder 1. enter, and 1, enter. And then you can see that hey, it's not working because folder 1 is not a file, it's a directory. So as I remember, they need an option to remove folder, so rm dash, and I think it's p. So p folder 1, enter. Oh no, it's not p. So here it's quite interesting because the shell can help you. If you have some issue, they say, hey, look, you make a mistake, it's not, I don't understand what you want, please read the manual or read the help menu. So let's do it. rm, so we call the program, and then we use help to see more information about the option that we can use to remove file. rm --help. And here we go. You see that if you would like to remove directory, you have to use the option -r. So let's do it now. rm. So here I'm pressing the arrow key. rm r and enter. And you can see that we were able to remove folders 1. So so this is very interesting. We already see how to create folder, how to remove folder, how to remove file. Now I will show you, for example, one thing I forgot to show you first is also that we can remove, we can call back the command line by pressing the arrow, but we can also modify everything. So Control A to go at the beginning, Control E at the end, but you can also make the cursor somewhere and press Control K, that you remove everything after the cursor. Okay, this is something that I almost forgot to tell you. So now I would like to show you how to start a program. For example, pymol. You write pymol in the terminal, you see that the program starts. But if you close the terminal, you can see that okay, the program disappears. It's quite bad. So imagine you make a mistake by accident. You just press this. You close the terminal, then you close the program. You have a second option. You can use execute pymol, and then you execute the program. It's more clever. However, the same stuff. If you close the terminal, you have the same issue. There is a third, and I think the best method to open a program without any problem by closing the terminal is to use not-up. Not-up, for example, our program is pymol. Then the program starts, and by accident, if I close the terminal window, okay, close, and you can see that the program still is still running. Okay, so I show you different stuff concerning how to start a program, how to make directory, how to remove directory. Now I would like to show you how to create file. So to start, let's see where we are. So there is here, for example, let's go to desktop, so cd desktop, enter. And now I would like to create a file. To create a file, you can use the text editor built in Linux. It's Nano. So you write the name of your file you want to create. It's about car, for example. So nano car.txt. You don't not necessary to add an extension, but here it's the text. So we would like to put .text. So for example, we had Camaro, Mustang, Aston Martin, Jaguar, and for example Cadillac. So this is just example to create a text file. So to close and save it, you just have to make Control X, and then you say yes, close, and now you can see that in the desktop we have a file which is called car text. If you want to show what is inside your file into the terminal, you use the program cat. So you make cat car.text, and you see that everything which was on your text is now displayed on the terminal. Let's remove this file. So rm car.text, enter, ls. You see that we were able to remove the car. So let's go up, and now we are in our home directory. There is also an option to list. You can use the option -L to show for each, for example, file or folder. You have what is the permission, the number of file, the user, the group of user, how many memories is taking, and also the date. If you use ls all, then you can see which file are hiding. So the file which are hide in your system start with a dot, sorry. So for example, you can have all the information concerning ls program by ls, again, help menu. So you can read and do it by yourself, check what is the different options that you can use. Okay, so now to finish, I would like I show you before that all the program were in variables, so you can use and you display by echo plus the variable. You display for example, the path of the program. But imagine now I would like to show to use my terminal. You can use as programming. You can store variable inside, so this is quite interesting. For example, let's put my IP equal the variable which is my IP. For example, this is random, and if I want to call back a variable where is store a number, for example, you make echo. If you want to call the variable, every variable start by the $, and you can see that we were able to store and now display my variable, my IP. If you close the terminal, restart the terminal, and now you want, for example, call back your IP, my IP variable, you can see that there is nothing. My IP is empty. So if you there is some variable which if you write like this in the terminal, they are not stored. So this is also important. So for the first tutorial, thank you for your attention, and I will do a second one. See you next time.